Hello, I'm Stanton Lawson, CEO of Sequoia Senior Solutions. We receive many questions from callers who are genuinely concerned about the care their loved ones will receive. Most of us are not familiar with in-home care and are concerned about how it all works and how best we can ensure the safety of our loved ones. What follows are the answers to the top 10 questions we receive. But if you have any other questions other than these top 10, please feel free to give us a call at 707 763 6600. Our operators and customer service specialists are happy to answer any questions you may have. Question number 1. What kind of training do your caregivers go through?
Our caregivers go through initial training in our orientation that covers Sequoia Senior Solutions terms of employment and basic health and safety to provide our clients with professional in-home care. Some of our topics we cover are elder abuse, bloodborne pathogens, infection control and standard precautions, emergency procedures, bed care, and body mechanics. Our caregivers also have to complete 5 hours of state mandated training annually to include topics of 1 hour of elder abuse and 4 hours of health and safety. A very unique program that Sequoia Senior Solutions has implemented to encourage our caregivers to continue seeking additional training is we have increased our employees' pay with online courses that they complete. So basically, our employees are encouraged to learn and they are in charge of increasing their own base salary, which make it a win-win situation. We get caregivers with extensive education in caregiving, making them specialists in their field, and they're happy that they have increased their knowledge and their hourly pay rate.
Question number 2. How much will this cost me? Every agency has its own pricing structure. At Sequoia Senior Solutions, we charge $38 an hour for our basic services. We charge a little bit more for weekends, holidays, and awake night shifts because we pay our caregivers a little bit more for those shifts. We also charge a little bit more when we provide services to a couple, as there is a little bit more work involved. But our basic hourly rate, as of today, is $38 an hour. During the assessment, the care manager will go over the various rates, and together we'll come up with a plan that provides excellent service at a cost you can afford. Question number 3. Do your caregivers handle and administer medications?
So, no, our caregivers cannot handle or administer medications. If there's a med box set up, they can assist with putting the medication into like a cup or a bowl and they can hand that to you, but they can't actually physically touch your medication or dose your medication.
Question number 4. Describe your COVID-19 protocols.
At Sequoia Senior Solutions, we've always taken infection control very seriously. At the onset of the COVID pandemic, we immediately applied the CDC recommendations to how we operate. We began adopting a system that requires our caregivers to take their temperature and to record it right before they go to their assignment. And they must reply to a series of questions in order to be able to clock in. We train our caregivers on proper hand washing, the 20-second procedure when you sing happy birthday twice. Caregivers are trained to wash their hands immediately upon entering the client's home and as frequently as possible during their shift, in particular, before and after touching the client, before and after preparing meals, using the restrooms, empty the garbage cans, and so on. Caregivers also know of taking a full shower and wearing clean clothes before each assignment. And of course, wearing a mask at all times while on the job, except for when they're taking a break away from the client. And now, of course, all of our employees are fully vaccinated. We know that the vaccine is by far the stronger protection against the COVID virus, but we also know the vaccines do not necessarily cover 100%. So, in order to reduce exposure, we also are now asking our clients to be fully vaccinated. Our goal is to protect both our clients and employees as much as we possibly can, as we care deeply for their health and safety.
Question number 5. Do you perform background checks of your caregivers?
Our caregivers go through extensive background checks from the California Department of Social Services, who check with the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Question number 6. Can I interview the caregiver before I begin services or before I make my decision?
Well, actually, we do all of the interviewing prior to you even meeting any of our caregivers. We take them through a full background check and a full interview process. By the time they come to you, they have had 14 background checks. We have interviewed them not only through HR, but the manager themselves that is in that district will interview them. So when it comes down to it, we've done multiple interviews before you even get to meet them. That way, we know that we are putting the best possible choice that we have for you in with you. That way, you're more comfortable. That way, it's much easier a transition to meeting our caregivers because once we have everything set up for you, it's just that much easier for us to get you what you need.
Question number 7. Can you provide references?
We can't provide any references because that does violate the client's privacy, but we can provide anonymous testimonials from clients and family members that we've had in the past.
Question number 8. Can your caregivers prepare meals?
Oh, yes, our caregivers are mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters, all of them knowing how to cook. Everything from the basics on over up to your specialties, depending on your recipe. If you have a favorite recipe, be it stew, be it lasagna, whatever you like, right on down to your favorite grilled cheese, not too crusty or burnt, we can do that for you. Eggs in the morning, toast. You want spaghetti for dinner? Our caregivers will follow your recipes. In fact, most of our caregivers will engage our clients in with the cooking. That way, they get that much better service.
Question number 9. How does your billing work? What are the payment terms? We issue invoices every other week. We find that this keeps a steady and consistent cost for the clients with very few surprises. The invoice is payable upon receipt, and generally, our clients pay promptly so the payment is received before we issue a second invoice. If there are over 3 invoices outstanding and unpaid, we will suspend our services until the account is caught up and all 3 invoices are paid. At that point, we'll resume service if the client wishes to do so. We like to make things as simple as possible for our clients. So we include with the invoice a self-addressed and stamped envelope for your remittance. We always require a deposit for our services. This amounts to the equivalent of 2 weeks of service. The deposit is generally deducted from your final invoice once service is no longer needed. Sometimes either we owe our clients a little bit, or sometimes the clients owe us a little bit at the end of the service. Question number 10. Does our health insurance cover these costs?
This is a question that we are often asked, but unfortunately, health insurance does not cover for non-medical services, which are the type of services that Sequoia Senior Solution provides. The only type of insurance that covers for non-health related home care is long-term care insurance. If you or your loved ones are indeed covered by a long-term care insurance policy, we will be very happy to work with your insurance company and provide all the documentations they need.